New York City Mayor Eric Adams says the state is now suing 17 bus and transportation companies that send illegal immigrants to the city. Adams says it's part of an ongoing fight to stop Texas Governor Greg Abbott from sending illegal immigrants to sanctuary cities. Here to discuss how this all play out is Texas-based attorney Dunham Biles. Dunham Biles, thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Now, New York City Mayor Eric Adams said the state is now suing 17 bus and transportation companies that send illegal immigrants to the city. They're seeking $700 million. What's the legal basis for this?
They cite a New York statute, which is their sole basis, that in essence attempts to prevent people from transporting those who are needy to New York.
And as far as what's going to happen to these bus companies, will this actually stop them from sending them to New York City? We know that they were sending them to New Jersey, and then they would take a quick 15-minute train ride into New York.
Sure. In theory, if New York looks like they want huge damages and may want to seek an injunction, but I think what they're really trying to do is chill the travel from even occurring by threatening these busing companies with massive damages awards. But having looked at the law a little bit and understanding it, I don't see that the case has a whole lot of merit in it. In fact, the New York City has cited in their case 2 U.S. Supreme Court cases. Those cases go, in my opinion, very much against the city, and I think they're cited because lawyers understand they have certain ethical obligations to inform the courts when there are cases that are directly on point and against them. And I think that's the case. The Supreme Court has made clear that these type of laws violate the right to free travel and violate our Commerce Clause and are really issues left to the federal government and not for states.
And now this is all part of a broader thing where the mayor is calling out Texas Governor Greg Abbott, over them sending them to sanctuary cities, sending illegal immigrants from Texas to places like LA, Chicago, New York. Do you think other cities are going to file lawsuits like this?
Oh, I suspect that they may well choose to join on the bandwagon. This is one of the unfortunate things when one person files a lawsuit, if it has any traction at all or it has any effects that they like, they may want to join. They also could want to join for political reasons. But the unfortunate thing is I think we find ourselves in this situation where we have states and cities at odds with each other because we have a federal issue here of immigration where our federal government has simply failed us. And thus we have now states and cities fighting it out over an issue that should be resolved by the federal government securing the border.
Right. And as far as this case here, the migrants are willing to go. They get a lot of benefits if they go to New York. Don't bus companies have the right to freely travel to cities they want to, and especially sanctuary cities? And it could be the same as taking a tour bus.
Yes, I completely agree with everything you just said. It's one of the frustrating things about what New York City has tried to plead here, right? They try to somehow say there's a bad purpose in mind. But as I recall, New York City announced to the world that it's a sanctuary city, in essence, inviting these folks there. The immigrants then told the state of Texas that they wanted to go to New York, and the state of Texas provided them with the transportation to get them to their desired destination, the destination that said that they wanted to have those people there, that they're welcome. That seems to fly in the face of what New York City is now trying to claim, and it's the very reason why in prior cases, including the 1941 Supreme Court case where during the Texas Dust Bowl, people were moving to California, and California wanted to exclude them. And the Supreme Court said, no, you don't get to do that. That's interstate commerce. That's people's free right to travel. And you can't go after the transportation companies either, because we know what you're doing. You're trying to chill their variability to get from one place to another. And we live in a free country, and you can travel from one state to another as you so desire.
Dunham Biles, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, sir. Have a great afternoon.